We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. You look at this Niner defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But, boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. This defense for the Niners very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Lewis. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll keep it on the ground. Greenwood. And some room to work. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Moody good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it to 26.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Lewis. This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on a 6-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
It certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a handoff of the middle. It's Sharp. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The Bucs at 8-2 on the year. And they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine getting ready for the postseason. Winners at 8 of their last 10.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Let's go now.
Off the play fake. Lewis. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Now a give, right side. Sharp. Well, I'm not quite sure how he got away from that first tackler, but he won't even be able to get it back to the line of scrimmage there as the defense rallies behind him.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's sharp. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Go.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Okay, great.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
19.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man complete. It's sharp. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Back to throw. Lewis. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Operating from the gun, Lewis. He's got his target. That's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Lewis, off play action. And it's caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Cade Otton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Buccaneers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Up the middle they go. Greenwood. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now Purdy. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That's taken on the 25. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. They go play action here on first down. To the left side, he gets this one to Wk. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That's good for 28 yards.
That's good for a first down.
Ready?
First and goal.
79. Ready?
Irving hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is going to be 49er football.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1 yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You got to protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your
anyone. It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
And now a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
7 yards on it. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Greenwood. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing here, Purdy. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Shotgun now with Purdy. That one out wide and intercepted. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here's Lewis throwing to start the drive. And his throw here is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
7 Pirates! 7 Pirates!
Operating from the gun, Lewis. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Looked like he might have overcompensated there for being on the right hash because you got to make sure you get the angle right. But that time he started it too far left and winds up hooking it way too far.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself how you show your team.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Come on.
Throwing to start the drive. Lewis. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Ready, get.
Here's 3rd and a few inches. They run it here with Thompson. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. They'll run on 1st down. Greenwood. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Get set.
They'll keep it on the ground. Greenwood. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go till halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Lewis. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll find his man. That's the rookie from Notre Dame. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready? Panther 60. Panther 60. 18. Pioneer. Warrior 70.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Come on. Hey. Cowboy 80. Ready?
Off play action. Lewis. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Quality coverage that time to slow down what's been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And he returns this to the 22. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 120 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Greenwood. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 2nd down and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Purdy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun, Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, 49ers.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with a tackle.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now a handoff up the middle. Greenwood. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 53 yards.
Now, faster. 19, Charger, 19, Charger.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Ready?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a
touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Back to throw, Purdy. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
First down, San Francisco.
Purdy looking to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Up the middle they go. Greenwood. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on 3rd down. Purdy now to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now, they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sure. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain.
55 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want.
There he goes, left side.
He's on his way.
And he gets it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. With now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And the Buccaneers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Here's Purdy. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Play action. Now Purdy.
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. The Niners on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Okay, break.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready?
Now a give, right side. Sharp. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. With his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Buccaneers extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record.
49ers 7.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Get set, get set. 18, what's up?
Purdy from the gun. Open man, the former Gator. It's Ricky Pearsall. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Purdy. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go on 4th down. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he shortened the line to gain. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Get it.
On 1st down, it's Sharp. Down to the 42, 2nd down. Good gain there on 1st down and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Ready.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Back. Ready, ready.
They run the counter. Sharp. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Here we go. Ready.
Straight ahead, it's Irving. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the 49ers' 36-yard line.
Let's go. Go.
They'll stay on the ground with Irving. And he's brought down, but not before. he reaches the 8-yard line. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Let's go now.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. A run up the middle with Irving. And they showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Fitzgerald to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Here we go. Start. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Dragon 60. Ready.
Back to throw. Westbrook. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
A gain of 15. And the 49er first down.
Cut 19. Cut 19. Ready, ready.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you...
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
Ready. Cougar 19.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Bucs, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the